All right, guys, it's time to talk about Marvel's Avengers and its newest form of endgame content and the new area that they made, and then what I feel about the state of the game. So let's start by talking about the new stuff, and then talk about the problems with the low player base, the still buggy gameplay, the delay in the Kate Bishop stuff, all the issues in the backside. So first off, the new event is known as Tachyon Rifts. We get to go to a brand new S.H.I.E.L.D. location, which there's something in it that caused issues with my recording software. So the footage I do have for you is going to be kind of slideshow centric. The actual game ran fine. I don't know why it was causing issues with my recording software. I tried multiple fixes and none of them worked. So we're not gonna talk about that for very long. The new area is okay. You get to see Dum Dum Dugan hanging out there. You get to go see Maria Hill. Other than that, it's just another hub zone, which I don't know why we have. We already had 2 hub zones. So we're a month and a half in and we already got a 3rd hub zone. Really makes no sense to me, but whatever, that's fine if they want to go that route. Maria Hill gave us a new mission known as the Tachyon Rift missions, which is supposed to be a mission that you can do on a weekly basis to get a lot of upgrade materials. Awesome. I will say I really enjoy this new event. It's like every other mission in the game, which is a problem we're going to talk about at the end of this, but they add a little bit of a spin to it. You have a minute to complete the entire mission, and there are Tachyon Rift pulses around the map. Each of those will give you 5 to 8 seconds more. You have to keep getting those while beating down the enemies. Me and my team turned it into one of us running around getting the Tachyon things while the other 3 beat up the enemies, and that seemingly worked out very well. But it did add a sense of urgency to it. There was a bit of anxiety with it, which was a lot of fun, and I did enjoy it. And if this is the kind of endgame content we're going to be getting in the future, I like this idea. Taking the idea of a beat 'em up game where it is very repetitious with its combos and stuff like that, but we are able to do things such as time trials and rushing them and stuff like that. I enjoyed that. So the new zone's cool, unnecessary. The new event is cool, but this is where our problem comes in. There is still no true endgame. This is giving you more upgrade materials, allowing you to get closer to 150. But I'll tell you guys right now, I still don't even have one 150 character, and that is part of our problem. The issue with Avengers is the storyline is great. The multiplayer is exactly what we needed at the launch of the game for a live service title. But now we are going into almost 2 months later, and as a live service title, your only thing to do is run the exact same missions over and over and over with your friends and try to get to 150. The reason I'm not 150 is that gets very boring relatively quick, and the only thing that made it enjoyable is playing with my 3 friends. And if I didn't have my friends there, I wouldn't be playing the game alone. Since we wanted to turn this into a primarily streamed game, something that we would play every Saturday and Sunday on stream for you guys to watch, and we could talk about Marvel and DC and have a great time, we weren't doing much of it off stream, which led to us not even being 150 by the end of October. Now, we could have easily gone in and leveled up more of it, but that's the issue. I know a lot of people that have gotten 4 or 5 characters to 150, but what do you do with a 150 character? There is one piece of content to do with a capped out character, and that is a hive dungeon that you go down by yourself. So if that's not something that's interesting to you, then why would you want to level up multiple characters? I'm trying to level Black Widow and Thor and Hulk, those are mine, but right now I've barely got Black Widow over the 140 mark. And that's the issue with the game. This game came out way too early, and I even said that in my original review. Story's great, but it's buggy as hell. I got a friend who still can't get past one of the story missions because it's the one where Thor shows up for the first time. The enemies still don't spawn for him. It's gotten to a point where he's just gonna have to restart the whole campaign and try again. I've got friends who try to do multiplayer with me and they are crashing before we get to the end of any level, which is not a good thing. We are now at the end of October, and the only thing we have in this game is the run through the missions of a buggy game to get to 150 and try to go do endgame that doesn't really exist. Tachyon Rifts were fun, they're aimed at a high level play style, but they weren't challenging. We got through the 2 that were available to us within, I'd say, about 45 minutes with no failures at all. We just kept running around getting chests while doing it. The game has so much potential and it's so much fun, but it came out at a weird point. 1, it came out way too early. I just said that. It was buggy. It needed 3 more months to really hammer out a lot of these bugs. It should have stayed in beta. 2, it came out at a period where gamers are fiending for any new game content. Every live service game is dead right now. Final Fantasy XIV finally came out with a relic run. Destiny is in an all-time low lull of content right now. So many of my Destiny friends are hitting me up going, I'm done. I don't care. Whatever hasn't been completed, it will be. If it's gone, Beyond Light, I don't care anymore. Division 2 came out with the tower climb. I can't even get the matchmaking to work on that. We've got talks of many games being pushed back, from Assassin's Creed no, that one wasn't pushed back, but like Cyberpunk got pushed back drastically. Games like that. And on top of all of that, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead don't feel like ever releasing content. We're at a point where everybody is bouncing from game to game. Games like Avengers are doing super well when they come out. Among Us does super well when it comes out. And then they die off 2 to 3 weeks later. And for the record, I'm not saying dead game. I hate that phrase. I hate dead game. If you're playing Among Us, you're playing Avengers, and you enjoy them, that's great. They're doing awesome. I enjoy Avengers when I can get into it and get something going. I enjoy Division 2 when I can get into a match and get something going. But I don't enjoy the lull that we have in gaming content. And because all of our big games, from World of Warcraft getting pushed back, Final Fantasy taking forever to get another raid out, all these games are just lulls of content, everyone is bouncing from game to game. They're going from Avengers to Among Us to Genshin Impact to, what was that other one? Fall Guys, that did super well for a couple of weeks. And I feel like all of this is hurting Avengers. Because right now, Avengers should be doing amazing. Because what should have happened is, the Avengers came out not buggy, everyone played it, got multiple 150 characters, Tachyon Rifts dropped at the end of September, gave us something to do, and Kate Bishop dropped now. But instead, because that game got rushed out, we've got a dwindling player base. When I went live with this game on Saturday, I think it was, when we did the Tachyon Rifts, there was 200 people watching Avengers. If you go look at Steam, it's at an all-time low. They're giving away stuff in the game to get players to come back until they can get content out. They are spending so much time fixing bugs, patching problems, putting in quality of life stuff that should have been there at day one, that it screams that this game should have been in beta much longer. They pushed back Kate Bishop because we are still fixing bugs. The game has tons of potential. I am a huge fan of it. But as a live service game, I have not seen a game have this many problems after launch since Anthem. And that scares me, because what happened to Anthem? No one plays Anthem. Now, I don't think Avengers is ever gonna go away. I think I'm gonna be playing it in a year. And you know what? Quote me in a year. Be like, Benny, are you still streaming Avengers? Are you even playing it offline? Quote me, but I think I'll be playing it in a year. And I think why Avengers will not turn into Anthem is, simply put, Disney and the Marvel license. No matter how bad this game does, it will always have a player base, myself included. The question is, will this be a competition for Destiny, for Division, for all these live service titles that everyone wants to be? Will this be something that is streamed on Twitch on a regular basis, or will this just turn into the equivalent of an app game on a console, where it's never talked about, but it has a fan base? This game is never going away, guys. They're going to fix it, okay? I hate the people that I saw somebody go, oh, I expect this game to be shut down by December. I'm like, what? If it's shut down by December, okay, if this is shut down by December, there's a lot more going on than just bugs. Someone at some company is not happy with Crystal Dynamics if they shut it down to do an Anthem-style relaunch. I don't see that happening. They're just gonna keep delaying it, and they're gonna try to come out with a big push, and they're gonna probably have a really lackluster run until they get their Taken King. That's what's going to happen. That's my expectation with Avengers. All of us Avengers fans are going to hop on. We're gonna play Tachyon Rifts. We're gonna check out the new raid, which I think is supposed to be Wakanda. We're gonna go check out the Kate Bishop content when it comes out, but I have a feeling that this game is barely going to get talked about, other than, wow, shouldn't have released that broken, all the way up until whatever its Taken King expansion is. And for those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, Destiny 1 came out and was hot trash. Very few of us stuck around with Destiny 1, but we did. Taken King came out, everyone who was a naysayer came back and joined us for Taken King. With Avengers, I have a feeling that's what it's going to be. I have a feeling we're gonna get a bunch of characters over the next year, we're gonna get a bunch of fixes, we're gonna get a bunch of quality of life stuff. It'll probably still be in a broken state for about 3 months, then it'll be a very playable game, and then at its first expansion, which will probably be something huge, that's when we're going to see a big player base resurgence. Hopefully they fixed it by then. But yeah, that's the rants of a live service gamer who loves the Avengers and wants this game to succeed and is still playing it. If you are curious and you're watching this video, don't forget to check out the fact that they're giving away a whole bunch of upgrade materials from October 22nd to November 3rd. I will say the only benefit of this game tanking as hard as it is they are begging us not to leave the game. So we're getting a bunch of free shit, y'all! Any live service gamer knows how much we love free shit. Anyway, don't forget to check us out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Comicstorian Gaming. Saturdays and Sundays, we are still playing Marvel's Avengers, we are still playing Destiny, we are still playing Final Fantasy, and right now, until more content rolls out in all of them, I'm playing a lot of weird games. I squashed a bunch of spiders. Video coming soon. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.